When D&D players hear the word cleric, they think of this orientee, this clergyman that has devoted their life to their god. And for the most part, that is true, but that's a turnoff for you. You might be thinking, why do I need to give up dealing tons of damage to heal people that are probably going to get themselves injured anyways? And I don't want to follow a god's wishes. I don't want to follow anybody's wishes. I want to do my own thing. I want to be my own person. And plus, there's so many half-casters, there's so many healing spells in D&D, so why do I need to be a cleric? So let me tell you first, these are some of the thoughts that I had too, and honestly, I was completely wrong. So in this video, I'm going to try to persuade you to become a cleric. This video is going to be broken down into 3 parts. The first part is how you deal damage as a cleric. The second part is going to be how to play as a cleric, to optimize a cleric, what are they really good for compared to the other classes. And finally, we're going to talk about how you RP a cleric, especially something different from the traditional, I devote my life to a god clergyman type of deal. So let's get started. So if you're playing a cleric and you want to deal damage, this is what you do. First off, you realize you don't have multi-attacks, you can't really hit things with your weapon, and also you don't really have access to the amount of damaging spells that a wizard, sorcerer, warlock have. However, your single action spells really do pack a punch, and that even goes through to your cantrips like Sacred Flame or Toll the Dead. Low-level spells actually really pack a punch, such as Guiding Bolt, such as Inflict Wounds, and a popular multi-attack that clerics actually do is that they would cast spiritual weapon as a bonus action, and then they would use their Inflict Wounds or Guiding Bolt or whatever as their action. And first off, spiritual weapon is not a concentration spell, so it is always on the field until you decide to move it. When you're mid-level, like roughly levels, I want to say 5 to 10, you want to start using your lower level spells at casting them at higher level spells. So Guiding Bolt, cast it at level 3, cast Inflict Wounds at level 3, those types of things that you want to deal. Because once you get to the higher levels, you'll have access to really powerful AoE spells like Firestorm. You're going to have, I believe, Flame Strike is also a really powerful spell. And these will definitely help you deal tons of damage. The second part of this video is the bread and butter of clerics, and that is CC, or crowd control, as many people call it. You have spells like Spirit Guardians, where not only are you slowing the enemy, but you're also dealing damage in big AoEs. Not to mention, you have spells like Beacon of Hope, where you can cast it and all of your healing spells are automatically maxed. Also, you have access to spells like Scrying, Locate Creature, Locate Object, Find Traps. Basically, it is hard for anything to hide from you as a cleric. And if you can't find the answers that you're looking for, let's say for a puzzle or whatever, you literally have a class ability that lets you ask God. Let's talk about how to RP a cleric. This is for the non-stereotypical cloister fashion. You can have a dedicated relationship with your deity, but you don't have to. You could be a little bit more chaotic. You could just say that, oh, my deity is watching over me. Maybe your D&D character believes that they're a sorcerer or a wizard, or they believe they're the chosen one because they just have all of these abilities and they don't know why. One thing I've done in the past as a D&D player is to let the DM's campaign be the cleric's pilgrimage, or should I say their test of faith, where the player, or me in this circumstance, will go on the campaign, on the DM's campaign, for this cleric to learn new skills and to bring them back to wherever they came from. Maybe they've been looking for a sign and the DM's campaign is the sign, and that's how the DM game starts. And when it comes to clerics, you can be chaotic. Your D&D character is not some mindless drone that is being possessed by the DM's deity of choice. In the traditional sense, gods don't really interfere and step in and do what they want to do in these circumstances. Gods just put a situation in front of you and that you have to roll with it. So if your answer to that situation is to be a bit more chaotic, be chaotic, duh. So talk to your DM about it and consider this video as permission for you to be more chaotic or be a chaotic cleric. And if you want more D&D content just like this one, be sure to show your DM this video right over here. They're definitely gonna need it.